Hello everyone, this is my new video. Today we'll be talking about Blackberry, which was a meme stock. So uh, regarding Blackberry, I did purchase Blackberry back then during the meme stock craze. Me being a new trader, definitely went into the hype, seeing like extreme gains from it initially. However, after a while, I realized I was left holding the bag. So I have about 35 shares at $17 now. And yeah, currently I'm still holding the bag, but I didn't exactly sell it. And the reason why I didn't exactly sell the stock yet was because uh of number one, the news. Like BlackBerry has been having a lot has been having a lot of good news uh throughout maybe the past 1 month. However, every time there's good news, I realize the stock just don't seem to go up. Instead, it just has a sell off, which after a while, after the correction, I realized that it has bottomed at the price of around $9, which means it cannot go below $9 technically. And I'd say this is a good point to buy, a lot better than $17 lah, definitely. So uh the main reason why I'm talking about BlackBerry now is firstly, okay, initially I really did think that BlackBerry was a bad stock and that I wanted to just hurry up and break even, or maybe sell it at a small loss and just move the money into somewhere else. However, after a while, uh I realized that BlackBerry is actually a pretty decent play long term. Okay, so as you can see from the chart, uh, currently we are sitting at $10.95 lah. Market hasn't opened yet, so yeah, it's currently at $10.95. Uh, and you can see that based on the lines I drew, there's this $12 line that I've shown. So basically, this will be our resistance, and we have to try to break this $12 resistance. And if we actually break this $12 resistance, we will move on to around the $14 mark, around there. Okay, so but I do think that at a $14 mark, there'll be quite a lot of uh, taking profit, or maybe there'll be quite a lot of selling going on, especially when this stock is still being seen as a meme stock lah, to most people. So okay, and then okay, one of the reasons why I also do think that BlackBerry is an up and coming play is number one, uh, its influence in the okay, basically they do have this critical event management solution, and hence they actually allow them to deliver clear and timely information to relevant stakeholders during a critical incident. I'll try to value add onto it lah. I know you guys can read this document, and so basically what BlackBerry does is that they centralize the data, and from there, if let's say there was any problems or any alerts, like for example, hacker, because most of the time all these troubleshooting of methods are based on historic uh I would say it's based on historic occurrences, which means uh basically those people who actually troubleshoot uh problems, they are always they're always doing it based on what has happened previously. So this is how those cybersecurity uh, networks actually troubleshoot the problem lah. So regarding this, right, what BlackBerry is doing, it is a cybersecurity company, and it not only troubleshoots and resolve these ideas directly within third party applications. So hence they allow this is good because they allow this is like a one size fit all kind of method. So basically, you don't have to go through many parties in order to, I want to fix this, I need to fix this because this is a specialist. Instead of that, instead of the multiple prong approach, BlackBerry is able to solve it all within all at one go, which is why uh I would say this is a pretty decent buy, I guess. But as in, is a pretty decent reason why BlackBerry might be a good might be a good buy. And that uh what does BlackBerry Alert offer? So basically these are these are the pros that they do offer lah. So They have early threat warning, incident insights, incident logs, safety monitoring, as well as targeted alerts. So all these are just there to safeguard your system or your computer, but I think it's more of your system lah, because they do work for the US bank for a pretty large amount of time, as well as for the occurrence that they do uh work for them. And okay, now I'll go over to, because BlackBerry has has multiple partnerships as well lah. So firstly, they do have a partnership with Pi2 using their QRNX technology. They also do have this critical event management. They also do have a patent regarding their okay, hold on, let me check. They do have a patent regarding uh, their signaling system for autonomous vehicles. So basically, they do have some form of credentials to be in this sector, and I do think that they do have some uh, up and coming potential in them. Okay, so their current market cap is probably 6 to 7 billion. Uh, and I do think that they are currently a bit undervalued, but nonetheless, it's up to the market to decide. I'm also not forcing anybody to buy this. This is not financial advice, okay. Uh, and lastly, I'm gonna be talking about the expected earnings. So basically, as you guys know that 30th March will be the the earnings call for BlackBerry. So they will release their earnings, and these are the estimates for them lah. So regarding this estimate, right, I think this estimate of 2 cents, hopefully they actually do bust it out, because I do have some high hopes for this company lah. And on top of that, I do think that uh, that that they are severely undervalued, and they need this earnings call to actually boost their price up to a fairer value, I would say, because currently I do think that they are pretty much undervalued. And comparing them to other growth stocks, like maybe, okay, I'm just going to say random names, okay, like Nano Dimension or Neo, who did not really make much earnings lah. To be honest, they had negative earnings. So as in both of the examples are totally different sectors. One of which was 3D, the other one was what do you call that? 3D, and the other one is EV. Okay, maybe we won't compare with Neo, because most of the time uh those EV markets are mostly currently uh losing, as in mostly will have negative earnings lah. So let's just compare with Nano Dimension. So Nano Dimension is currently around BlackBerry's price. It does have a pretty a pretty big market cap of, I think, 2-3 billion, around there, I guess. Uh, BlackBerry has 6 billion, 6 to 7 billion, and yet uh Nano Dimensions revenue hasn't really been much. I do know that I'm comparing an apple with orange now, lah, and I am also comparing, like, based on the prices of the different sector. But I do think that if, let's say, you take the PE ratio into account, the price to sales ratio as well, then BlackBerry is definitely a better buy in terms of value added. But I also do know that ARK Invest has invested a lot of money into Nanodime, and technically Nanodime is in hype as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm also a Nanodime supporter. I'm also holding shares of Nanodime. So yeah, this is all. I do think that there'll be a small spike regarding BlackBerry. But then again, this is not financial advice. It's just my 2 cents on this stock. I really do hope that it can do well in the future, and I think I'm holding long term. Okay, okay. Thank you, and see you next time.